Well, hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of WhimsyCraft. This is episode 15, and well, we're at our industrial district, and as you can see, I've built a farm. Now, I've never actually made a bone meal farm before like this, and this is my first one. I pretty much just got tired of not having enough bone meal to do all my projects, so I built this one, and while it's giving me enough to do my projects, well, I already realized something. Nobody else on the server sells bone meal, and everybody wants bone meal. So I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to have to redesign this so that we get definitely a lot more bone meal than this. And then we can build a shop, and then we can make a little bit more profit. So that's going to be something that we're going to have to wait until a little bit later in the episode. We've got to head back over to the base because there's something over there that I want to show you that I've done. And well, there's a little bit of cleanup that we need to do. I always just find it so peaceful flying through the nether when we're traveling from place to place, and I really love just flying around up here, although you can't really see anything. But if I turn my shaders on, we can see where we're going. Okay, well here we are at the base, and what I've done is actually worked on this little area over here that we had talked about in the last episode. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with this, and because of that we had this. But if I head on in here, I've already done a little bit of work, and I've created a farm right here, and I still got a lot of work to do in here. This is not really producing as much either. It's definitely got to go up another level, but it is producing. So you know, the bamboo's coming out. We're crafting here, and then we're crafting here, and then we're getting plenty of bamboo planks. Now, eventually, what I'd like to do is have all this feed right up there. That hole right there kind of gives me an idea of where I need to be in the rough vicinity. But we'll head on up there and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. But that hole is right there, and I probably shouldn't have fell down here. But yeah, so right there, if I can kind of get everything to feed up into this, I can actually rework some of this here. Oh, give me one moment. It's kind of hard to move back here. Okay, and now that I've got my carts all out of alignment, oh, they're not synchronized. That's gonna bug me. They'll fix the next time I reset it. But yeah, so this kind of feeds up into here and then comes around and then comes in. And what we can do is we can just kind of reroute this. Instead of this feeding into what's going to be smelted, we can just kind of reroute it over here and use it for this one. For the fuel. Then the super smelter is pretty much running itself, and all we've got to do is put stuff into it that needs to be smelted. Speaking of, we actually are setting up here. I've already started smelting a whole bunch. I've got our dyes kind of set up over here as well, and we're working on some glass because we've got a very big project coming up in the little distant future, not too near future, but it's going to be something that really ties in this whole area that we've been working on. And once we get all this in, we can kind of start doing all the little finer details and stuff. But for today, what we want to do is we want to work on that little hole right there. So I want to just get a couple blocks and try to kind of get us a pallet going down there. What you doing there? Give me a minute and grab some blocks, and I'll be right with y'all. Okay, I have a pallet of blocks here, and I'm just going to kind of swing from the hip. There's a couple things I know that I want. I want to kind of keep it a little tall as we're walking in. We can't show this right here because, well, that's kind of the wall to that as it kind of... So I think what we're going to do is we're going to kind of make this so it's like a one wide. Maybe we can fool the eye a little bit. Maybe we can use a little bit of magic to fool the eye. And we'll kind of bring the entrance in a little bit. We'll set it in. So yeah, let's just go ahead and start placing some blocks. And we'll kind of see what this looks like. Let me get kind of a variety of things here. And yeah, we'll just kind of play around with a few things and see what kind of fits. So give me a moment and I'm gonna do this. Alright, I have something going on here. I'm not exactly sure what, but I kind of like it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think once I get in there and kind of start replacing a couple of the blocks and texturing it, I think it'll be okay. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep placing blocks and see if I like it. Yeah, so I don't hate it. I kind of like it. I'm going to see if it grows on me. It definitely stands out. It's a bit of a clash between this and this, but I think once we start getting our little details in here, I think it might be okay. The other thing that might look a little bit weird is this sign, just because there's no other signs anywhere else in the village. But eventually there will be signposts and everything kind of lit up like that, so it will fit in eventually once I get everything down here kind of finished up. But yeah, you know what? I don't hate it. So this right here, though, I do hate. I do not like this. I'm not a fan. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and try to fix a little bit of this. But first, we got to get rid of all of this. This is too much. Our inventory is getting a little too hectic. Let me drop some things off here in the storage room and pick up a few new items, and we'll go out there and take care of that other little spot. And then that little corner will be finished and looking a lot better. Okay, basically I think to fix this problem, we're just going to use a little bit of moss. The problem I have is I have that farm and I don't have hardly any moss, so how do I want to do this? I guess what I'm going to do is just try to spread the moss with the bone meal and hope that we can get enough going here, and then worst case scenario is I'll just mine some moss. Well, I didn't have enough and I did have to run to the bone meal farm, so let's go ahead and try to finish this up now that I have plenty of this. Let's just go ahead and take all this dirt out, and maybe I'll leave a little bit of the stone. Maybe we'll add a little stone in. I don't know. Let's just see how it looks. Okay, I think that looks a lot better, and there's a little bit of detail added, and oh, this looks so much better. I do want to do something so I don't have to keep jumping up here. We're going to make some sort of a path again, now that we've got all this laid out, but not today. Yeah, I think this looks good. I'm super happy with this. Now, we need to turn our attention to somewhere else, and that somewhere else is right over here. We need to work a little bit on Hobbit HQ. Alright, and here's Hobbit HQ, and as we can see, YMG's already kind of started the entrance here a little bit, which works out really well. And all we've got to do is just kind of finish up the interior here as we come in. We'll build our reception area here. It's a lot, but we've got all the materials. Oh no, it's a baby, and oh goodness, I'm out of rockets. Okay, there we go. Boop, boop. Huh. That's what you get. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this, and we're going to go ahead and do a time lapse because this is going to be a big one, and it's probably going to take me a couple of days maybe to build, maybe a day, I'm not sure. Let me go ahead and grab the materials for Hobbit HQ, and we'll go ahead and jump into this time lapse, and this one will be another one done and checked off the list.
In the mountain where dreams ignite, hammers strike stone in the blackest night. Glowing forges, fires embrace, Hobbit's ambition, a boundless race. Stone and shadow, the shroud. ringing clear, echoes of toil, no room for fear, veins of treasure, blood in the stone, claiming power to make it our own. Hunger burns, the greed takes hold, mountains whisper as secrets unfold. Through the darkness we carve the path, come what may, we face the wrath. Stone and shadow wealth we claim, gold and iron stoke the flame, hearts of fury, spirits unbound, deep in the mountain, under the shroud, the mountain quakes, secrets unwound. In endless dark, the riches found, from depths unknown, the forged decreed, the hollow earth submits to greed.
Well, and there we go. That's one Hobbit HQ reception area done. And if I do say so myself, I think it looks kind of cute. We've got all this greenery right here kind of bringing you in, and it really looks like you're kind of walking into a mountain or a cave. I've added a lot of plant life, a lot of greenery, just trying to bring some of that green into here, and just trying to bring some life in here. Okay, so we have some people over here in the waiting room. We've got this guy over here. Looks like he's kind of reading a pamphlet maybe for Hobbit HQ. We've got these two people here, look like they're kind of just waiting for someone to come see them or waiting to be helped. We've got this guy here, looks like he's doing a lot of paperwork. And well, this one over here looks like, well, he's getting some work done, putting some books away. Again, doing the paperwork, because this is kind of just a reception area. And that's kind of what they do, you know, they do the paperwork, they see people in, and yeah, so this is the area. I think it turned out really well. I'm really happy with it, especially once I turned my shaders on. Oh, that was great. It looks really nice. I really like the kind of atmosphere that this is putting in here. Alright, so now that Hobbit HQ is done, we need to head back over to the base. We need to get a few things together, and well, we need to figure out what our next project is, because I have a list, and I've got to figure out exactly which one I want to do. So let's head on back over, and hopefully it'll be okay. It's getting dark, but the base is right here. Doesn't take us that long. Okay, here we are back at the base, and is that door open? Did I leave that door open? Where's my door? Oh no. Hopefully the villagers are okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, there's a couple of them okay. Oh, this isn't good. Oh, this isn't good at all. Well, how are some of them? Oh my goodness, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna need so many golden apples. How did this happen? What is going on? Why are all my villagers zombie villagers? Oh, this is not what we needed. Okay, well, let's at least go put a door back up here. So the rest of them that aren't zombie villagers will be safe. I believe that was an iron door. Let me see. No, that was a copper door. Let me see if I've got any copper doors. I might have to make one. Copper. Oh yeah, I've got some doors. Okay, let's go put a copper door back on there. I'll probably have to wax this later. I don't think it's, no, it's just plain copper door. Okay, well, let's get this put on, and then I'll kind of assess everything and figure out what we're gonna do next. Okay, well, the door is fixed, but I was so distracted with that when I first came, I did not see this when we showed back up. And this is good, and this is bad. So this is a delivery, a special order that I asked Ailey for, and I honestly forgot all about this. And well, it's not that big of a deal per se, but the payment is a big deal. So I owe her quite a few diamonds for this, and if we take a look in our ender chest, we'll see. Well, I've got 36 diamonds, and 36 diamonds is not gonna cut it. I owe her 200 diamonds for this, because this is part of that really big project that we've been kind of working towards. And, well, I didn't feel like chopping all this wood, but now I've got to mine all these diamonds, and I really wish I had been mining, but we've been busy building, so, well, I guess I got to go mine. But for now, we do have another project that we need to take care of, and that was the bone meal farm, because, well, I really need to work on my villagers, but now I really need to work on my villagers, because I had actually planned on getting a few more new villagers, and then we were going to kind of expand on the shop a little bit with the bookstore. But now I've got a lot of work to do in there, so we're going to hold off on that. And what we really need to do is we need to get a better bone meal farm, because if we can get a bone meal shop going, well, we can definitely get some money to try to recoup all these diamonds that we've got to pay Ailey. Alright, well, let's head on over to the bone meal farm and see what we can't get done, because we need to fix this problem, and I need to start making some more money, because, well, now we owe people a lot of money and we just don't have the money to pay it. So let's see if we can't get some more profits by opening up another shop here on the WhimsyCraft server. Okay, everyone, well, that's the bone meal farm done. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on. So down here, we're converting everything into our bone blocks, and it's doing pretty well. I've got a new little AFK area right here, which is much better than what we were doing up there, because that was not quite safe all the time. Somehow I did lose doors and things, and stuff happened, but yeah, so now we've got this here. We're converting everything that's coming down into here into the crafter, which is crafting up our bone block. If we head on up here, I've also got a little bit of extra storage here for anything in case I need it. But we can kind of pop up here and take a look. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop into free cam, and I can kind of show you what's going on. We've got 4 farms, and what I did was I just kind of went into creative and kind of designed this out, just making sure that the redstone from each one didn't interfere with the other. So yeah, I just kind of turned them. Each one of them are the same exact farm. They're just kind of turned different directions. And then you come on down here. We've got everything feeding into all these hoppers here, which come on down and lead into this single chest. Each hopper row connects to the chest in a different side. I'm hoping so that maybe we don't get backed up too much. I'm not a redstone expert, so I'm just thinking it's probably best if we don't have everything running in one line and just trying to keep everything separated. You know, that way we just don't get any backups. Because really our ultimate goal for this farm is just making sure that, you know, we're being as efficient as possible. And I will say, I had this farm running for a while before I installed all of this. And I mean, I was getting up into this chest here. And now they don't even stay full. So now I'm actually at the problem where I think the farm on the bottom side here is moving too fast for the top. So we might add another layer later on. I'm thinking about kind of stacking this. Maybe the only problem is I've got this, but I mean, I can make it work. I can probably shift the next layer over and then just go up. Well, now that our industrial district is looking a lot more like an industrial district and the sun is setting on us, I guess that's going to be the end of this episode. But we are making a lot of bone meal, so that means the next episode we can start working on a bone meal shop, and we also have to do a little bit more work around our base to try to finish up a few things over there. So until next time, I guess I'll see you then. Bye. What kind of ending is that? Who does an ending like that? That was... Oh, it has been a long day. Oh well, into the next one. Bye, you guys.